That's right. Somewhere along the line, we decided that feeling bad was the absolute worst thing that could happen to a human being. Gone are the days when people got tough by failing and learning. Now, if someone even looks at you funny or dares to utter something outside your ideological echo chamber, alarms blare and the trauma counselors roll in with participation trophies and emotional support squirrels. But here's the thing. Life does not care about your feelings. It never did, and it never will. The Hero's Journey, featuring you, unless you quit early. Let's break this down in the simplest terms possible. You are Dorothy. Yes, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Life is Kansas, dull and predictable, and everything is just fine until it's not. Because one day, a tornado of misfortune or opportunity, depending on your outlook, is going to yeet you straight into Oz. And guess what? There are flying monkeys and angry witches. Now Dorothy doesn't get a trigger warning when the Wicked Witch of the West shows up screaming about shoes. No one hands her a laminated card with breathing exercises to avoid shoe-related anxiety. Nope. Dorothy's got to walk the yellow brick road, face the weirdos she meets along the way, and deal with it. Because here's the kicker. Growth comes from discomfort. Comfort is for naps and couches. If you want to be the hero of your story, you need to answer the call to adventure. But some folks, they stay in Kansas forever. The Kansas dwellers, masters of the lukewarm. There's this particular breed of person who hears the call to adventure and goes, "Hey, I'm good." They don't want to fight dragons. They just want to live quietly, pet their dog, and watch Netflix. And hey, that's fine if you want your life to be as thrilling as room temperature soup. But here's the rub. Life will come knocking. It always does. The relationship falls apart. The job vanishes. The body decides it no longer wants to metabolize carbs like it used to. You can't escape the call, and that's the real deal, folks. You either choose to grow, or life forces you to grow. There's a radical, mind-blowing concept that's been canceled by most universities. Responsibility. Yep, the ultimate F word. Taking responsibility means that if something offends you, triggers you, or upsets you, that's your problem. Your emotional state is not the world's job to manage. You know what freedom looks like? It looks like owning your reactions, not outsourcing them to everyone around you. If you don't like the fact that someone triggered you, congratulations, you just met the dragon. And now, it's time to either slay it or let it become your emotional landlord, charging rent in anxiety and resentment. Ever seen a fully grown elephant stay tethered to a tiny stake in the ground? That's because, when it was a baby, it couldn't break free. Now, it's a giant beast with the strength to uproot entire trees, but it won't even try because it's convinced that chain is unbreakable. Sound familiar? People live their whole lives shackled by limiting beliefs they accepted at some point. I'm not good enough, I can't handle stress, or the classic, I've tried everything. Spoiler, you haven't tried everything. The good news? You're not an elephant. Well, physically at least, you can choose to shake off the mental chains, break the cycle, and take responsibility for your growth. Let's simplify it, because life doesn't need to be a convoluted TED Talk. 1. Figure out what you want. Most people don't know. They only know what they don't want. I don't want to feel like garbage anymore. Okay, but what do you want? Progress starts when you stop running from things and start running toward them. 2. Face the dragon. Find the thing that's been holding you back. It's probably some delightful cocktail of fear, limiting beliefs, and laziness. Identify it, name it, then punch it in the face. 3. Take action. You don't need a 12-step master plan. You just need one thing you can do today that will move the needle forward. Don't wait for motivation. That's a no-show 80% of the time. 4. Daily rituals. Progress isn't sexy, it's boring, repetitive, and absolutely necessary. Measure what matters, track your wins. If you're not moving forward, you're sliding backward. There's no neutral in life. 5. Celebrate. Then, climb. Again. Slay. One dragon? Fantastic. Celebrate it. But don't hang your sword up yet, because another dragon will show up. The journey never ends. But that's what makes life worth living. At the end of the day, it boils down to this. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The more you seek comfort, the more fragile you become. The more fragile you are, the more life feels like a personal attack. So stop asking the world to coddle you. Embrace the destinata uncertain. Dragon, don't ask for a participation trophy. Slay it.